Good morning. It is the 7th and final day of a week on 10 a day. And I have well and truly run out of things to have for breakfast. So why waste any time pretending that I'm not just gonna have fruit? Boom. 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 I want you in my room. Yeah, what can I say? What can I say? You can't have... What vegetables can you have for breakfast other than, I don't know, baked beans? So I'm just, this is easy. We're going out, so I'm just going to have this. It's nice and easy. It's a nice, easy way of getting your 10 a day in. And that's what this week's all about. I don't care that it's the same, or that it's that it's boring. This is not meant to be a week where you're showcasing the variety of fruits and vegetables that there are. This is supposed to be if the average bloke decided to try and fit 10 a day in, this is kind of what they'd be going for, because I'm your average bloke and this is what I'm going for. And it's, yeah, would I be able to keep this up long term? Probably not. But this is nice, so I'm going to have this. Back at the zoo again, Gracie.
Yep.
I have to get some lunch though. So I'm not going to show much of the zoo today because I showed it last time. But we're members, so we can come when we like for nothing. Well, not nothing, it doesn't cost. Not per visit. So yes, lunchtime already. Hello, Mr. Tiger.
I think that's Mrs.
Mrs. Tiger. She's watching her children who are having their own lunch. I'm going to put the footage in of that, so if you're a bit squeamish, look away now, because it's quite grotesque, but it made me hungry for meat. So you had a cheeseburger, whereas I actually went for the vegetable pasta, and I added some pulled pork, and you order it on fancy screens. And mine was very nice. I kind of would rather have just gone for the burger, let's be honest. But it was nice. And
it was okay.
I had my 2 portions of veg. So yeah, we're going to go and wander around the zoo. Well, that was a flying visit. We have seen all of the animals. Not all of the animals.
That's what we wanted to see.
We've seen some animals, yeah. So now we're just off to visit my dad, and then we'll probably think about some dinner, which we haven't decided yet. So we'll see. Pineapple. So we are home, and I'm dangerously flagging behind on my fruit and veg. This pineapple's going to take me up to 6. Oh my god, this is just the worst YouTube ever. No comments, please. So yes, and I've also got number 7, so you can get to see me have this as well. Orange juice, if you can't tell, which you can't because it's not a clear glass. So yes, we are home. I'm doing some of my own work. I'm now going to be up to 7 when I have finished consuming these consumables. And yeah, it's a bit harder getting the veg up when you're out, especially somewhere like a zoo where the food is just kind of chip heavy, a lot of sausage, a lot of lasagna, a lot of basic things you can cook in mass volume. So I decided to go for the vegetable pasta and add some pulled pork in, and it was alright. It was like 12 quid for my bowl. Yeah, it was. It would have been a fair amount cheaper had I not thrown in the pulled pork. But I was watching Gracie eat her burger, a little jealous, I gotta say. I'm looking forward to being able to just tuck into things that don't have to have fruit and veg in them. I mean, I could have had burger and chips and then loaded up later on a bunch of veg and fruit, which is what I'm doing anyway. But at least I feel like I made the right choice, however. But the day is getting on, and it's soon going to be dinner time. Probably shouldn't be eating the fruit right now, but whatevs, it's good. So the next time you see me, I'm sure I'll probably about to be preparing dinner. The last dinner ever. No. It's going to be nice not having to worry about the fruit and the veg too much. Although that's probably a really terrible thing to say, isn't it? Because I should be worrying about my fruit and veg, and this week has kind of told me that it shouldn't be as hard as it kind of is to get 5. And I've been trying to do 10, so if I can do 10, then 5 should be bloody easy. Anyway, I'll go through all this bollocks in the conclusion. I'm going to go and get some dinner. Excuse the sound of the dishwasher, we've kind of timed this quite poorly, but it's dinner time! And here's some vegetables, here's some more vegetables, here's some chicken, and here's some fajita seasoning. So, have we done this on a week on before?
I think so.
I think we did way back when. Essentially, we just roast the veggies with the chicken, which is covered in tomatoes, and seasoning, and then we serve it with rice and a bit of cheese. And it's a great way to get a ton of veggies and a ton of flavour, and it's very exciting. So, gonna prepare it now, and then I guess I'll show you before I bung it in the oven. Speaking of which, right, let's get cracking. Right, it is all prepared. Believe it or not, there is chicken breast hidden under the tomatoes. Yeah. And then the final step is just to coat the entire thing in fajita seasoning. So that's an amazing, a lot of colour. If there's maybe some green peppers in there, but alas, we didn't buy any green peppers, so whatever.
They didn't come in the pack.
They didn't, no. This smells amazing. It's going to fill the entire house with some amazing smells. Yeah. So yes, we're going to bung this in the oven for about, was it 25 minutes?
About that, yeah.
And oh, that barbecue! I'm excited. Grace is so millennial. She's having avocado with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not, because I'm not a huge fan of avocado. But you're going to serve the rice up. Here's the cooked stuff. There's some cheese, it's all being assembled, it's all go. Ah! Well, if you hadn't seen this dish before on a week on, now you have, and it's the biggest plate of food. There is chicken in there is also a boatload of veg, a little bit of Greek yogurt, and obviously there's some cheese sprinkled on here. But this is a great way to get loads of veg. Nom nom nom. Really smokiness from the fajita seasoning. Nice rice. I mean, yes, it's out of the packet, but it's easy. Oh. Good final meal. Good. Right then. That was day 7 of a week on 10 a day. And I've miscalculated today a little bit. But let me go through what I've had today. So breakfast was grapes, banana, pineapple juice. Then I had my vegetable pasta, which had thereabouts 2 portions of veg, also that lice pulled pork. Then when I got home, I had some pineapple and an orange juice. Then with dinner, I had onion, pepper, and tomato. So that actually takes it up to 10. And I was going to be here munching on this banana. And I think just in case I didn't have 2 with lunch or 3 with dinner, could have been 2.5, but who knows? So I'm going to top it up with a final banana. I'm going to end the week the way it started, basically. So I'm going to do that in a minute because I need one hand to hold this and one hand to hold this. But believe me, trust me, I will eat the banana. That's going to be the title of my autobiography, by the way. So I'll do what I usually do on these bits, and I'll just kind of wrap up the day now, and then I'll do the conclusion after the weigh-in, even though it's not really that kind of week. But today was good. Again, really relied heavily on the fruit. Fruit is very much the easy way of doing this. And I fully understand that I should have more greens, basically, but it is harder. And the whole point of this week for me was to see how easy it would be regularly to eat 10 a day when you're kind of working and you're out and about and you're just trying to live your life. You're not there dedicated to cooking. So it's I'm going off into a full conclusion here, so I'm not going to do that. Today I managed to have the veggiest choice while being out. Not super high on vegetables, but it managed to, it did the job, and it was alright, to be fair. I think I'd probably rather had what the Tigers were having, but alas, I enjoyed it. So I'm not complaining in any way, really. I'm just saying that just because I like moaning. Moaning's a lot of fun. And then dinner is a favourite in our house, and it's a great filling meal. Like, I literally am going to be sick, but I have a banana just in case I didn't quite have 10 today. So that was the day. So not that it was a weight loss inspired week on, but I can't seem to do a week on without having to hop on the scales at the start and the end. So we'll see if it's made any difference whatsoever. I feel I probably should make a note that my wind has been incredible this evening. I have been an entire brass band's worth of wind. Honestly, it has been incredible. I could probably kill an entire species with the methane that I've produced, but we'll not let that spoil our evening any further. So I'm going to go to bed after eating this final banana, and then I'll hop on the scales. So see you then.
Right, so what good or damage, I suppose, has a week on 10 a day done? We were 14, 12. Ooh, lost almost pretty much a pound, so kind of not surprised it went in that direction, especially considering the size of the turds I've had this week.
So that was a week on 10 a day. And if you think I'm going to stop eating fruit and veg, you were wrong. I've just had gum. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and I'll do that afterward. Because gummy taste and pineapple taste don't go together. So, what did I learn during my week on 10 a day? I learned that it's difficult to vary it up, to be honest. It is easy to get your 10 a day, but don't expect much variation. So yes, I had lots of apples, I had lots of bananas, lots of juice. So there are ways, easy, quick ways to get your fruit intake. Your veg, on the other hand, is a little bit more difficult, and it takes a bit more planning, more preparation, more effort, basically. But the thing is, the catch-22 with the situation is the vegetables is kind of the more important of the two. So it is difficult, it is, to do 10. However, I think it would be much more simple to do 5, which is kind of what is the known recommended amount. There may be certain outlets a couple of years ago that said we should be eating 10, but most outlets say 5, so I think we should perhaps stick to that, at least as a starting point. Because yes, there is no arguing that fruit and veg are good for you. So just maybe it's a good life thing to just up it. I certainly, in my day-to-day life, don't eat 5 on a regular basis. And I know what I should. But laziness kind of overpowers doing the right thing most of the time. But it is something that I know I have to work on. I have my pineapple here. I may have... Actually, where is my bag? Hang on. Where is it? They're here. I've already taken them out. I have 2 bananas. And as you can see, they're on the turn, but I like my bananas like this. So that's all good. So already there is... there's 3 of my 5. So I'm already kind of 60% of the way there, or at least I will be when I've eaten it. So then it's kind of like, what do I do for the final 2? And I'm not sure what I've got for dinner, but there are ways to have your veg and your fruit with kind of not realising it, like by having a glass of juice, or by having a spaghetti bolognese, and then you've got some onions in there and some tomatoes. So there's 2. So there are ways around it if you don't just want like things plonked on a plate just looking like veg. But I have learned that it is easy-ish to get the 10, but it is hard to get variation. At least it is if you're kind of working, which I'm a working boy. So I'm not going to continue eating 10. I'm going to aim to eat 5. I've got, as I say, I've got my 3 on the go, but then I'm going to have like a pot pasta for lunch because they're so quick to do. I'll show you that. I have that with me also. This pot pasta cheesy broccoli, it's saltier than all hell, But it is nice, so I'm going to enjoy that because I've not had one for a week. So yeah. So that's it basically. Thank you very much for tuning in to the week on. If you would like to support the channel so I can continue doing these, if you want to support the show on Patreon, you can do. You'll get to see the videos early. You also get to message me and have input on things when I put it forward. So that's, if that's your thing. Also, my novel Viral is available on ebook and paperback. So if you want to check that out, it really does help. So thank you very much to those who have bought the book and read the book and let me know how you've enjoyed the book and blah 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 blah. Or you can follow me on social media, or you can subscribe. I can't talk. Oh my god. Or you can subscribe to the channel, like the video, and all that jazz. Ring the bell. So thank you once again, and I'll hopefully catch you on the next week on. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about weight. I lost a pound.